What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Geeking Out with the Metal Geek. I'm your host, the Metal Geek, and I have one thing to say. Welcome to the Geek Pit. Now, before I bring on my guest today, our panel right now, as I should say, I will be making an appearance on Savage Pro Wrestling's Pride and Honor, and the Pride and Honor this August. So make sure you check them out on YouTube. Savage Pro Wrestling. They're a great company, a great organization, and yeah. So make sure you check them out. Now, I just want to introduce my first. Well, actually, to be honest, I have to say something before we actually get started here. That Raymond Sanchez will not be joining us today. He said he has some Kane Industries business to take care of. So I'm so sorry for all the fans of Ray that he said he would be joining us today. But yo, what's going on, dude? So sorry for the fans of Ray, but Ray won't be joining us today, and because he has some Kane Industries business to attend to. So I'm so sorry. But let me introduce one half of the panel right now. He is going to be going to win with me. Let's give a warm Geek It Out welcome to Papa Dank.
What is going on, geek?
What's going on?
A blast for the past for you, bro.
What?
What? I am so sick of Kane Industries business. Nothing is more important than this Saturday night at Wrestling Is Now for that Maximo Legacy Tag Team Tournament. I don't care what else is going on. Kane Industries, blah, 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 blah. Let's talk about win. Right?
Like, what the hell, man?
Like, what the hell, man?
He said he would be joining us, and I just get a message, I think 10 minutes before the show, saying, I'm so sorry. I got some Kane Industries business to attend to. I think
what does he got to go do? Shine Adam's shoes or something?
I think in my personal opinion, I really do think that Raymond's scared of Papa Dank for some reason. I don't know, man.
I don't know why. I'm such a nice guy too, man. I mean, if he wants to go shine Adam's shoes, then hey, that's cool. I guess.
I mean,
not my cup of tea, but okay.
I mean, Silky's jacket needs cleaning, so maybe
he might need to steam clean that shit. All right.
Yeah, we're here to talk. We're here to talk win, though.
That's right.
So, but yeah. So, what all right? Which match should we start with? Because this card looks so stacked.
Whoa, this is stacked to the max. This is like East Coast wins the most type of stuff, man. This is like the best tag teams in the East Coast right now.
Yeah,
it is crazy.
Yeah.
You're the host. You start up. What do you want to talk about first?
I mean,
I'm just on the panel.
There's just so many. Isn't Ray the FWGM? Yeah, he is actually.
Who cares? This is about win. Wrestling is now. Forget about FFW. Forget about Kane Industries. Let's talk about win.
Exactly, man. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, so let's just start with the title match now. This title match
Let's do it.
All right. The main title match, actually.
That's right.
The world or the Wrestling Is Now heavyweight championship match. PJ Savage versus Joey Conway. I can't describe how awesome this match is and how excited I am to see this live on Saturday.
You're excited. Last time I was at one event, Joey took my chair and hit PJ over it. It's got a dent on PJ's back all over it. It still works, but the dent is there.
You should have them sign that exact chair.
I should have them sign that chair.
Just say, hey, Joey, PJ, can you please?
I might still do it. Conway eats hot dogs the long way. What the hell? What kind of comment is that, Alex?
I'm not highlighting that. But,
we need some professionalism here.
Yeah. I wouldn't say these are all the best teams. I see a few teams that could have taken out to be better teams put in their spot. Just saying sorry. Whoa.
What? Pause. That's right, Ed. That's Skills. Pause. Why is Skills not on here? Skills needs to be on this right now.
He's the hype it up man.
He's the hype man. We need Skills on
here. Yeah. But yeah, who is All right, I would describe that match. Who is your pick to win this thing
My personal choice.
on PJ
I'm
versus?
gonna have to go with my co-host PJ Savage.
He is technically your co-host now.
He's like my co-host, man. Yeah. Everybody needs a good co-host, geek.
I'm gonna have to go with the best wrestling is now champion of all time, Joey.
The cause of it all.
The cause of it all. He is the best wrestling.
That's your guy, even though he talks trash to you.
He does talk trash to me, man. He belittles me, man.
He does belittle you. But in all fairness, he belittles everybody. Let's give it to him. Let's give it.
It's like I see PJ. Wow, PJ taking the title from Joey. You know?
Yikes! PJ's taking the title from Joey. I agree. 100% agree.
No, Joey's keeping that thing till they have to physically take it off him because he's won so many times.
We'll see Saturday night. But if you're not going to be there Saturday night, you need to be there Saturday night to see. So you better go to Wrestling Is Now to get your tickets right now.
Yeah.
And look at those belts, man. Those belts are. Can we curse here?
Oh, you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Good. Those belts are fucking gorgeous, man. Gorgeous. And I know they're all polished up, ready to go to the winners.
Those belts have been on the show too, so yeah.
Yeah, definitely been on your show. I've seen a glimpse of them.
Yeah,
those are fire.
Those belts have been on your show too.
They have been, yeah. Those things are like just like that Win Heavyweight Championship belt. It's the most beautiful belts I've seen. Like, and that's not a lie. That's like facts.
Yeah.
Right, Ever So Spiffy.
Man.
Ever So Spiffy's on. Let's give a huge shout out to Ever So Spiffy.
She's awesome.
Wait a minute. Is that your dog?
That's Rook, the dog, right there.
Is that your dog, though?
Yeah, that's Rook.
What's up, Rook? Awesome. Yeah. All right, let's get into that tag team tournament, which is the main focus of this actual event.
Mm-hmm. So, all right. So which match do you want to start with? To be honest,
let's start with CMD versus Audacity.
CMD versus Audacity. Man, do I really have to choose between these two tag teams? Do I really have to choose?
It can only be one. That's right. One winner on this match, at least.
I don't want any of them to hate me though, but you know, I think.
Do you have the bracket? Can you put up the bracket?
Isn't that the brackets right here?
No, there's a separate one for the brackets.
Shit, I don't have the brackets currently. I just had the card, bud.
Alex has some breaking news. Next week, Jack Perry versus NYWC Hall of Famer Jerry Lynn.
Wow.
That's amazing. Crazy. Is that breaking news from who, Alex? From you or from...
It's probably AEW.
AEW.
Yeah.
Who cares about AEW? Let's talk about Win.
Who cares about AEW? Yeah, exactly.
Win's more important.
I'm sorry, but AEW's overrated anyway.
hey, Alex, I was able to pick up the Seth Rollins and Andre the Giant Ultimate figures today, along with my Adam Cole Target exclusive. Just so you know.
So who's your pick to win this one? Who'd you got?
Are we doing a CMD versus Audacity?
Yeah, we're still doing that one.
I would have to say I'm going to choose CMD.
CMD?
I'm going to choose the current CZW champs. That's right.
Never bet against the Audacity, man. They always somehow.
I'm not saying it's not going to be a tough match, but I think the CMD is taking it.
I mean, no matter what, those Audacity guys are pretty damn sneaky as well. You know?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I wish we had the bracket. You don't have the bracket on here?
I could get the bracket. Just give me
Let me see if I can send it to you. That would be so much easier for us to talk about. You know, at least we know who's going where.
Just send it through my Facebook. That's all.
I did. I just sent it to you, so we can add it on. That way we can like go against like the two tag teams that are in this bracket and kind of get who that winner will be against the two tag teams in this bracket versus that winner, and then the actual finals.
Let's see if we could get these brackets on the screen. But yeah, I mean,
Whoa, Serena, you're picking the Audacity? Wow. Okay.
I told
all
you,
right.
I said Geek was picking Audacity. They're sneaky.
Yeah, Serena
Yeah.
agrees with you. All
Yeah.
right.
How many times
Serena.
these guys always cheat the Audacity? You know what I mean? They're probably one of the best brothers in the game right about now. You know?
Yeah, at cheating.
Come on, they work so well together. So the Audacity.
To answer Alex's question overnight.
I think the Audacity may be one step closer to winning those tag team titles. But let's take a look at that bracket right now. And who do you
There
think?
it is.
Who do you think the Audacity is going to be
Oh.
facing between Wasted Youth and you got the Brick City Boys?
Well, I was able to watch the Wasted Youth versus Max SAT's match that Joel sent me, and I was very impressed by them. Very impressed. And
Wasted Youth is amazing.
I've seen Brick City in action, so that's going to be a tough one. But if I had to choose, I would choose Brick City.
You had to choose Brick City?
I would, yes.
Serena's going with Brick City.
Brick City all the way. All right. What about you?
Who does Geek think?
Yes.
I'm going to go with the team of Wasted Youth right there.
Wow.
Wasted Youth.
So you got Wasted Youth, and the Audacity facing against each other, right?
Yeah, Wasted Youth against Audacity. It's going to be a sick match. Yeah.
Interesting. And I got CMD versus Brick City.
Oh,
facing each other.
We have a visitor right now.
Whoa!
We have a special guest.
Visitor?
We have a special guest with us.
Uh-oh.
He is one half the commentators for Wrestling Is Now. He is the promoter of We Are Wrestling. Let's give a warm geeking out welcome to Pete Rosario.
Pete Rosario? Oh, shit.
What's up? What's going on?
What's up,
everybody? What's up? How we doing?
What's going on?
What's up, Pete?
Nothing much. Watching my Yankees get a well-deserved, hopeful win finally.
Awesome.
You excited about Saturday?
Getting ready. Getting ready for Saturday. Getting ready for Saturday. What's going to be an incredible night of tag team action. But I will say, all the tag team action going on Saturday. I've got to say, I've got a lot of intrigue in the one thing that not a lot of people are talking about, and that's that big Wrestling Is Now heavyweight championship match between the cause of it all, Joey Conway and PJ Savage.
So, Pete, who's your choice to win that match? Me and Geek already made our choices.
Listen, I have a very long-standing connection with both men. And I'd like to say that if it were an even fight, I think PJ Savage finds a way to come out with that victory. I mean, I have seen PJ Savage go to war with some greats and come through. And again, I've seen Joey Conway go to war with some greats and be able to pull out some incredible wins. And let's not forget that PJ Savage found a way to survive 9 other men and win the Wrestling Is Now heavyweight championship and become the inaugural Wrestling Is Now heavyweight champion. But I said in a straight up fight, and even fight in a one-on-one fight, and we all know Joey Conway don't do nothing one-on-one. He don't do nothing straight up and even. He don't do nothing fair. And he might have some help at ringside, if anything, from our last Wrestling Is Now show kind of has anything to say about it. I worry about the involvement of one Alvin Alvarez. I wonder about the involvement of one Papa Don. And I wonder how they will get involved and affect this match. And again, if it's a straight one-on-one fight, if Papa Don and Alvin Alvarez don't get involved, I think PJ Savage has the advantage in a fight. But if Papa Don and Alvin are out there, listen, this is no longer the PJ Savage that once had, a group to watch his back as well. This is now a PJ Savage who walks alone and hunts alone. And it's going to be a lot different. He's going to be on the, if everything tracks the way we've seen it, he's going to get the feeling that a lot of people got when he was running with TakeOver for a very long time.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. But who'd you pick, though?
That's my answer.
That's your answer, right?
That's my answer. I made my pick. You know?
I
Yeah.
chose my co-host PJ Savage.
I chose Conway right there.
Well, see, listen, and like I said, if it was a fair fight, I'd pick PJ. I don't know if Saturday is going to be a fair fight, so I don't know. This goes either way. I think can PJ, possibly survive the 3-on-1? Are the Maximals going to be out there to help even the odds the way they did at the very end of the last Wrestling Is Now show? Again, there's so many factors, so many things that we don't have answers to take into effect. And, me and Robert Franklin have a couple of things, not many things in common, but one thing in common is we're both betting men. And any betting man will tell you when there's too many variables at play, it's not a bet that you want to make.
No.
Okay.
So, all right. We also talked about the beautiful tag team tournament right now, which those belts are beautiful, by the way. So
incredibly beautiful.
Yeah. So
Crazy beautiful.
We got CMD versus the Audacity. That's gonna be an awesome match.
I think that might steal the show. And I know all 8 of the tag teams in this tournament. I would be very surprised to see, if the Maximals enter their own legacy tournament. You never know. Card subject to change. Surprise
ETC.
day of.
ETC.
Right? Yeah. But CMD versus the Audacity. Listen, the Audacity, one of the most dominant NYWC tag team champions you saw in a very, very long time. CMD has a lot going for them. I mean, a lot of people don't, know too much about them because they may not pay too much attention to CZW. They may not pay too much attention to what goes on in South Jersey. But Boom Harden and Deshaun Pratt, those two guys are an incredible team. That match right there may set the tone for the entire night. And that's saying something considering you have 2 young prodigies in Dylan McKay and Marcus Mathers going up against the Brick City Boys, who have made an incredible name for themselves in wrestling open and beyond wrestling and doing some great things in the upper Northeast. It says a lot when you have Miracle Generation, the IWTV tag team champions, who have taken the Northeast by storm. The Slime Balls, who I think are one of the most best up-and-coming young tag teams, especially coming out of Long Island. The Gordons, probably the most experienced team in the group. Okay, when you talk about, listen, and that's not saying nothing because Deshaun Pratt's been around for a very, very long time. But when you talk about having been together the longest, the Gordons, I mean, I was watching the Gordons back in the old days of the Ludus, way back in the day when the Maximos were still kind of running things in the Northeast with an iron fist. And those boys are still going strong, but they've got a very heavy test against the new backseats. And let me tell you something. I have seen these 2 young men for a very, very long time. And I feel as if Johnny Cashmere has unlocked something in these 2 young men that has taken them to another level. They were always one of those tag teams that had the most raw talent. You just saw it. It's like when Paul Heyman saw Brock Lesnar. It's like, when you just see them and you say that they're going to be a star. They've got talent. You just know it. They were 5-tool players from the moment they stepped into a professional wrestling ring, and they have considerably grown over the years. And now having Johnny Cashmere, help guide them. With the spirit of Trent Acid and the Backseat Boys, they've unlocked something, those 2, and it's going to be very, very dangerous. This is probably the one tournament I've ever been a part of where you can't look at any one of these matches and definitively say you think anybody's really got an edge.
Anybody could walk out of this tournament with the tag team titles, and the fans that are going, they're going to witness new tag team champions. Guaranteed. This is the first time ever. So
right.
So
right.
They're walking into this thing,
You know, we saw that night, and we saw that at our last Wrestling Is Now show when we saw the first ever Wrestling Is Now heavyweight champion get crowned. You knew you were going to have someone be the first ever. And now we're going to have someone walk out as the first ever Wrestling Is Now tag team champions this Saturday live at the Mecca. And again, you never know. You never know if this is the end of it, right? We don't know if
Right.
the Maximals are going to get involved. I mean, talk about what that would be like. The Maximals get involved and win the tag team championships. Just to get another pair of tag team titles to add to their resume.
I'm sure the teams in this tournament won't disagree with that one, because I'm sure they would all love to get in the ring with the Maximals.
Oh yeah. I mean, and CMD has already been in the ring. The backseats were in the ring with them at the last show. And listen, if the last win show is any indication, you never know what's going to happen until you're in the building. At the last win show, the legend there, the Hall of Famer King Mega showed up and challenged Joey Conway fresh after winning the Wrestling Is Now fatal elimination match to become the heavyweight champion. Challenged him for his first title defense later that night in the main event. I mean, nobody knew that was going to happen. I was sitting there legitimately shocked. Like, I didn't even know Mega was in New York City.
That's ridiculous, And not only you got that, you got the first Wrestling Is Now champion that night. You got the first title defense as well,
right?
So you got 2 in 1 in that show. So you never know what's going to happen at a Wrestling Is Now show, and who's going to show
true.
up.
You never know, and there's surprises coming. They said so. The only way you're going to find out is if you go to Wrestling Is Now and get your tickets for Saturday's show.
Well, of course, but I mean, you didn't even know he was in the area. You know what I mean? I didn't even know he had flown into New York. And when I find out I was talking to Mega later, they flown into New York literally that morning, drove over to Jersey. It's like, what's going on? Like, didn't even know he was in the area, and that's a man that's like, again, Hall of Famer.
Definitely. So let's try to predict some of these brackets now. For example, we got the new backseats and the Gordons. We got the Slime Balls, Miracle Generation, Audacity, CMD. I mean, me and Papa Dank already went up and said. I said Audacity and Wasted Youth, which would be an amazing match. So
I said CMD and Brick City on that right side bracket.
Yeah, it's really, really a toss-up on that right side. I'm gonna go with the Audacity and Wasted Youth as well. I think the Brick City Boys are incredible, but they don't call Marcus Mathers the young prodigy for nothing. Him and Dylan McKay, when they're together, it's literally like watching Matt and Jeff Hardy, and yet on another level all over again. Those two young men, absolutely incredible. And I think the Audacity has something to prove. I really think they have something to prove. So I think it's going to be the Audacity and Wasted Youth on the right-hand side of that bracket.
Damn, man. So.
Wow, you guys both predicted that, and I predicted the opposite.
Yeah. And listen, no disrespect to CMD. I've called a number of CMD matches. Deshaun Pratt and Deshaun Pratt and Boom Harden are absolutely incredible. But I think the Audacity, they've got a chip on their shoulder. They really do. I've spoken to them many, many times, and they still, to this day, it still bothers them the way that they lost those NYWC Tag Team Championships. They feel like, to this day, they could have still been NYWC Tag Team Champions. And everywhere I have seen them since, they're just hungry. They are very, very hungry. And I think they're gonna satiate that hunger with a heaping plate of CMD.
Yeah. So that definitely. I'm saying Slime Balls, Audacity, and Brick City move on. Surya says. So, and I'm gonna go with this one right now. This one just makes it so much harder right now. You got new backseats, the Gordons, and then you have Slime Balls and Miracle Generation. 4 tag teams who could definitely take home the gold in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say the Miracle ones and the new back seats. And let me tell you, I think that's going to be a second round match for the ages. Miracle Generation, Dustin Waller, Kylon King, and the new back seats. I think that could be an absolutely incredible match. And I will say this is really all going to depend on the health of one Kylon King. I know, he was out for a little while with an injury. So it's really all going to depend on what his health is. Is he 100% going into Saturday?
Yeah, we have a surprise guest right now who's going to be joining our panel right now. He is the voice of Wrestling Is Now. Let's give a warm geeking out welcome to Ryan Peterson.
Let's go.
The in-ring voice.
The in-ring.
Yeah, I was saying in-ring voice. No. That's the voice right there. That's what as you said right there, the voice of a generation, Pete Rosado.
Pete Rosado. There you go.
So what's going on, guys?
What's going on?
What's up, Ryan?
I always love it's always great when the man team can show up.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I love you, Ryan.
Love you too, Pete.
Yeah.
I can hear the chants now. Sexy Ryan.
Oh God, no! That's actually going to be Sunday. That's a different show.
Listen, they don't even chant that at 4 a.m. at the strip club.
That's fine. That's fine, and that's why you went dark.
Oh man,
it's a fun show right now. But
this is a fun show.
So Ryan, who's your picks right now? We already said.
Oof.
We already said the world title match, and now we did the right side of the bracket for.
Okay.
Right
yeah. Thank you. I was gonna say, let me see the right side of the bracket.
Yeah.
All right. So, first of all, the Audacity and CMD. I mean, first of all 8 of these teams, in my opinion, absolutely phenomenal in their own ways.
Mm-hmm.
And it's tough. However, on the right side, we're talking about. I'm assuming we're talking about the Audacity and CMD side.
Yeah, we're talking. Yeah.
Okay, so I gotta go with CMD over the Audacity, and I kind of want to see this in the semifinals. Wasted Youth over Brick City Boys, and the semifinals being CMD and Wasted Youth.
Wow. I picked CMD and Brick City.
But here's
Papa Dang, looks like you're the only one who doesn't believe in the Audacity or Wasted Youth.
But here's my pick to go.
I believe in the Audacity.
I got CMD winning that side of the bracket,
but I got CMD.
I got Audacity, man. You can't count these guys out, man. You know.
Again, it's a tough tournament.
It's
tough.
It's very tough.
It really is, and you got to think, if anybody's going to be able to identify, and listen, there are a lot of fantastic and incredible tag teams that did not make the cut. This could have very easily have been a much more extensive tournament. This could have been a 2-night tournament because I know the Maximals have been out there scouting some of the best tag teams that are out there on the scene right now. But at the end of the day, they decided on 8 specific tag teams, and these are the tag teams that they pick. So that they believe these 8 tag teams are going to be the ones that are going to steal the show this Saturday.
Yep, and
I couldn't agree more.
I mean, this show it's just stacked top to bottom right about now. This show is going to be absolutely amazing. And so, but who do you pick, Ryan, for Joey Conway versus PJ Savage?
Oof. I mean, after the last event where not only did he defeat 9 other men in that chaotic eliminator match, but also later on that night defeated some sort of king named King Mega. Joey Conway has been dominant. Granted, he's possibly going to be facing a bigger challenge known as PJ Savage, but I kind of see Conway by a narrow margin coming out victorious and still champion by a narrow margin, though.
I love the subtle disrespect for the Hall of Famer and multi-time champion King Mega. I loved hearing that from Ryan because, of course, that's what Ryan does. Ryan goes out there and throws shade and throws a little disrespect towards the legends. And then you wonder why Papa Don treats you the way that he does.
Hey, listen here, Pete. Listen here, boy.
Wow.
Listen.
Wow.
I'm listening.
I got nothing.
Ever since you were a small man child, you've been doing this. You've been throwing shade at the legends. You've been throwing shade and disrespect when you talk about people. You came out as some kind of king. This man is a legitimate king.
I was trying to be cutesy, all right? I failed. I admit I fucked up, all right?
The disrespect. When next time King Mega's around, I'm going to tell him what you just said.
Man, won't be the
See
first
what
time
happens then.
Won't be the first time he chops me.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Don't worry. I didn't even know who he was. So
You see? And Pete's throwing shade of disrespect. Freaking Papa Day didn't even know who he was.
I really didn't know who he was. I'm not even making that up.
No, but I can excuse Papa Day. Ryan Peterson
here we go.
Ryan Peterson has been doing this since the very early days, since the Smoky Gyms, okay, and the small shows, okay. Ryan Peterson has been doing this. Ryan Peterson has been in a ring and has announced King Mega more than once. And now he wants to see some sort of King Mega.
Actually, only 3 times in my career. Actually, only 3.
That's still more than once. You bet. This is why you're not a referee, because you can't count.
Wow.
That's fine. I'd rather be an announcer than a referee because sometimes referees get kicked in the dick.
We need somebody to do that to you.
Papa almost always does it. But anyway,
I'm here for that.
You're a damn good announcer, Ryan.
You see this shit?
You're a damn good announcer, Ryan. Let me tell you that.
Probably one of the best in the business right now. In the East Coast
I wouldn't say that, actually.
Well, East
I'll
Coast.
take Tony Chimmel over Ryan Peterson.
Hey, that's a compliment, actually. I like Tony Chimmel.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
This is kind of totally out of hand, guys.
I love this. All of the big thanks to the tantalizing one himself, tantalizing Tony, for getting getting some people up in here watching this Wrestling Is Now preview show for this Saturday night at the Mecca. Ryan, I got to ask you a question.
What's up?
Do you find it a little odd, just a little, I don't know, shenanigan-y, maybe, that the legends themselves, the Maximos, have not, we don't know what they're doing this Saturday?
They said that they're going to be watching.
Yeah, okay.
That's what they said.
Pete does have a point there because, granted, it is, the Maximo Legacy Tag Tournament. But, knowing the Maximos, they ain't just going to sit back and watch.
That's right. They are not the sitting and watching type.
Absolutely not. I feel like they have something up their sleeve, but we just don't know what.
Could we get a repeat of last month, and whoever wins this tag team tournament has to face the Maximos?
Just not later on that night. Please, no. Please, no.
On the September show?
No, I'm saying that night.
that night.
It's gonna
Like
be
what
a long
happened with
show.
Joey Conway. No,
It's
none of that.
It's
That's
gonna be a
right.
long show.
That's gonna be that'd be too much, man.
Listen, as long as the air conditioner works in that building this time, I'll be fine.
Was a little hot in there, Ryan, last time. That's
My God.
Why do you think I don't run in Richfield Park anymore?
It's funny. It works well for other shows, but just this one, hell no.
didn't
I
work.
went.
No.
I went to a beautifully air conditioned building in the Bronx, New York.
Well, what is it? What is that? St. Helena's?
St. Helena's Catholic Church. Yes.
Which, by the way, I'm going to say this on the air right now. You got one hell of a card for that night.
Oh, thank you.
You always have stellar cards.
That is a second anniversary show. It's going to be one hell of a show. I think we threw a lot of people for a loop with both the first match announced and then the last match announced.
But hey, you know what? It's bringing eyes onto your product. Say, oh, I got to come see this myself. Let me go to the show, buy tickets, and go see it ourselves in person.
It's going to be fun. In fact, there will be promotional material at Ridgefield Park. We will be handing out flyers at Ridgefield Park this Saturday. So there will be some information on that. It's going to be incredible. And you got to think, the Maximos are going to be back in Ridgefield Park the very next night, the Sunday, July 30th, for ETU. Expect the unexpected.
I forgot they have a show on Sunday.
Yeah.
Against Wasted Youth.
Again, and imagine if Wasted Youth were to win the tag team championships on Saturday, and then face the fathers of the style today, the very next night at ETU.
It could happen. It could very well happen. And like you said, expect the unexpected. Anything could happen. They are there
Very
2 nights.
true.
Yeah. Putting the pieces together right now.
That's what we're trying to do.
Not Wasted Youth.
Not Wasted Youth.
Yeah,
That's right. They're facing Miracle Generation. Yes.
Yeah, they're facing Miracle Generation, right?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
That's right. I'm sorry. They faced.
Thank you, Skills.
They faced Wasted Youth at was it GCW with Jimmy Lloyd?
There we go.
Yeah.
But I think the same thing applies. Imagine if Miracle Generation were to win the Maximo Legacy Tag Team Championships on Saturday night, and then go on to face the SAT on Sunday. Hey, Skills, what if it ends up being a dual title match? What if Miracle Generation, imagine this for a moment, everybody. Miracle Generation becomes the inaugural Wrestling Is Now Tag Team Champions on Saturday, July 29th at the Mecca. The very next day at ETU, once again live at the Mecca, in a match originally scheduled to only be for the IWTV Tag Team Championships. What if it were to become Miracle Generation versus the SAT for both the IWTV and Wrestling Is Now Tag Team Championships? Winner takes all.
My God.
Talk about expect the unexpected.
Exactly. And it's also cross promotion, and it's also cross promotion as well.
Right. Interesting.
Very smart right there. Very smart marketing right there.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And that was gonna be my question. Miracle Generation, they're still the IWTV Tag Team Champions, which Skills and Pete gladly confirmed.
Yes.
So yeah, it's oof.
And again, remember, if Kylon King's not 100%, the third member of the Miracle Ones, Ichiban. Now, imagine that. You don't know what's happening on Saturday. Is Kylon King going to be 100%? Is he going to be able to participate? Or is this going to be Dustin Waller and Ichiban?
Either way, it's gonna be banger no matter
Either
what.
either
it's gotta
way,
be-
man. Either way, it's good. That's a sick team right there. You know.
But hold on.
But it was a.
Nope, I don't.
But
I
I
don't
don't see Miracle Generation. Well, interesting.
Here's my thing on it. I still think I'm gonna say Wasted Youth. I know I said Slime Balls earlier could take this whole thing, but I'm gonna go Wasted Youth and Miracle Generation on this one. Even though I would love to see either match.
Me personally, the finals I want to see the Miracle ones or Miracle Generation, whichever ones, against CMD. I still got CMD on the right bracket.
But for me,
I got
think-
CMD too on the right bracket, Ryan. I agree with you on that one.
But also again,
I guess Serena. I do want to say though, I guess Serena had not paid attention to Beyond Wrestling because Miracle Generation has already proven they can beat the Brick City Boys. They beat them in the Beyond Wrestling Tag Team Discovery Gauntlet. Could they do it again?
and also,
Then again,
but
Brick
also,
City's going to have to get through.
Dylan McKay and
Wasted
Marcus
Youth.
Mathers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And those two
Sure.
have been dominant, especially with their run in Beyond and Wrestling Open and Northeast Wrestling. They've been dominant in the last year and a half, 2 years.
Wow.
And then same thing with I can say, an argument for Slime Balls. They are literally like one of the fastest up and coming teams in the tri-state area.
Those are my guys right there, the Slime Balls.
Yeah, Sage Chance and Tommy Rand.
Yeah.
And I saw these guys at another event. I think it was the Invictus NFW show, where they took on CXR, which is Joe Connor.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was a great matchup too. Just see, and those guys are like literally in their like early 20s, so they got plenty of years ahead of them.
They do.
It's
they make such a great team together too.
But then again, we can say the same thing for the Audacity. The Audacity, they come out looking fierce in their attire and they're dominant. And also, fun fact, I think the SAT have faced them in the past before.
I think so.
I think you're right. Yeah.
At NYWC.
In fact, it was the SAT who dethroned the Audacity as NYWC Tag Team Champions.
I remember that.
Every team that challenged the Audacity for those titles in NYWC were put down. It took the legends. It took the legends in the SAT to be able to put down the Audacity. And what a statement that would be. What a statement would that be for the Audacity to come into the SAT's house, into the company that the SAT are building, and to win the tag team championships in front of the SAT after the SAT took away their NYWC tag team championships.
Whoa.
And also,
you take ours, we'll take yours.
Exactly. And also Serena, they just won the I think they just won the NYWC title just recently. From not even the full specialist, but one half of the specialist, because I think they're one of the guys got injured, so they agreed to do a handicap match, and Slime Balls were victorious.
All right. Here's the thing now. I know I picked Miracle Generation to beat the Slime Balls.
Mm-hmm.
But what if the Slime Balls win this whole thing? Because think about whose name is on those belts.
The Briscoes?
Briscoes and Trent Acid. Mega heat for them. Mega heat.
Well, those are the no. So you're thinking about the commemorative titles.
Yeah.
The NYWC Tag Team Championships, the gold strap belts are different. You're thinking about the commemorative Mark and Trent.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Briscoes and Trent. Those are the commemorative belts. Those are not the actual tag
Those
team
are not the
championships.
okay. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
for
Yeah.
All right.
And there's even a wild card.
Those are
team.
commemorative belts for Jay and Trent. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And there's also one first round matchup that possibly has two massive wild card teams in the new back seats with Johnny Cashmere,
Mhm.
and also the Gordons, who, by the way, the Gordons were actually trained by Joel himself.
It's true.
And the new back seats, Tommy and JP, they're managed by Johnny Cashmere, who was the original manager for the back seats back when Trent Acid was a part of that faction. God, I think almost like 20 years ago. So
Crazy.
that matchup right there has a lot of Maximo history right there. But
a lot of stories. A lot of stories.
stories.
Right there. Holy crap.
This is going to be one hell of a show that everybody cannot miss.
Yeah.
I can't miss a chance to correct Ryan Peterson. Johnny Cashmere was one half of the back seats. It was him and Trent giving out the beatings in the ring. But yeah, and now obviously kind of passing that on to Tommy and JP. And as I said earlier before you got here, Ryan, because perpetually late, what's call time, right? As I was saying earlier, I feel like Johnny Cashmere has unlocked another level for Tommy and JP, because you and I have seen Tommy and JP around for a very long time, and these kids are still very young, but they've been around for a pretty long time, and they have always just been out of the box, raw talent. You've known it from the very beginning. The minute you laid eyes on those two kids, you knew they are 5-star, they are 5-tool players. And to think that Johnny Cashmere managing them has kind of almost unlocked a new level for those two young men.
Again, it's like, it's definitely like this generation's back seats, with Cashmere, the OG backseat, leading the way, which is, you couldn't ask for anything better.
So I'm just gonna go. Like I said, my pick is gonna be on this one. I'm gonna go Miracle Generation and new backseats on this one. In the final, right there.
Serena standing up for you, Ryan.
Oh God.
And then for that one, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go new backseats and Wasted Youth.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Backseats and Wasted Youth. Okay.
Because like I said, any of these tag teams could win.
And that's the one thing I like about this tournament, in my opinion. It's not predictable.
Yep.
Because obviously we've seen, wrestling tournaments, whether it's, the indies or even like the big leagues in like WWE, AEW, and whatnot. 9 out of 10 times they're usually predictable. But this one, but this tag team tournament, it's very difficult to figure out which one will come up victorious. It's not predictable. It could be any one of these 8. And that's what I really like about this tournament. It's gonna be historic because we're all gonna have our minds blown by the end of the night.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be one hell of a show, man. Everybody needs to go to Wrestling Is Now to get their tickets for this Saturday, man.
Yeah, I can't wait. I am gonna love calling all the action on commentary, and of course having a front row seat to seeing Ryan Peterson lose 20 pounds of water weight in the ring at the Mecca.
What the hell?
Pretty much.
It's a pick on Ryan.
Ryan.
Man.
Hey, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Last event, I think I lost 15.
Pete,
Still not as bad, Ryan, as that one. I don't think either one of us were working that show. But that one, what was it, a tier 1 show way out in Brooklyn in the aviation
I didn't
building.
go to that one. I did not go to that. Oh,
or
God,
did you go?
I've heard horror stories about that one.
And I think, did you go to the The last time WrestleMania was in New York, did you go to the Progress show at the Elm Core Center? Where
No.
about 3 people passed out because of no AC.
Oh yeah, when it was in. Oh no, it wasn't WrestleMania. It was SummerSlam weekend. It was August.
Oh yeah.
Still, Elm Core Center, 1,200 people. What do you expect?
All right, we got to get back to these predictions, man. Who does everybody have now? We're getting way off topic here, you know?
Way off topic.
So I'm predicting I'm going to lose at least 15 pounds of water weight by the end of the
Here
night.
we go.
I've made a couple predictions here tonight. I have if I'm going to be very, very honest with you, I have the audacity. I'm going to pick the audacity to walk out
Wow.
of the Mecca, the brand new Wrestling Is Now tag team champions, and I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm going to put my money on PJ Savage to walk out of the Mecca, the brand new Wrestling Is Now heavyweight champion. And over under 20 pounds for Ryan Peterson.
That's definitely very predictable.
Nice.
All right, who do you have, Dank?
I'm gonna go with my guys, the Slime Balls. Tommy Ren and Sage Chance to take it all home to actually back here to Long Island and keep collecting those belts that they started. And as for the heavyweight match, I got to go with my co-host, my one and only PJ Savage. I got him for winning that world championship and becoming the second win heavyweight champion.
I already picked Joey Conway, the best Wrestling Is Now champion of all time right now.
He's the only.
He's the only one. That's right.
He's the only one, so he's gonna be the best right now. There you go, right? If he's the only, he's got to be the best Wrestling Is Now champion of all time. There you go.
And who did you say the tag team was?
I'm gonna go with Wasted Youth on this one.
Wow.
Mm.
That's
I'm still-
three
I'm still-
different tag teams we've chosen so far.
Well, this one's gonna be a fourth one, in my opinion.
Here we go.
I got Miracle ones
Wow.
Wow.
because I liked Pete's theory. You know, since they are the IWTV Tag Team Champions, and if they win these tag titles, as they always say, expect the unexpected, especially with ETU, possible double championship match the next day. And for the heavyweight title, I gotta go with Conway because we're forgetting one key factor in this.
I didn't forget.
I know you didn't, but what about would Papadon and Alvin be lurking?
I mentioned that earlier.
Oh, you did.
He did
Yeah,
mention
it's-
that. He
I
did.
I feel like this is like that South Park episode. Simpsons did it. Simpsons did it. Simpsons did it. I beat you to it, Ryan.
I've heard a rumor they parted ways
Already?
already.
Damn, that was fast.
Or is that what they want you to think, Dank?
Ah,
You know?
See, there you go.
Well,
Just
I mean,
as the great.
Conway came on my podcast with his new backup. If
Oh, the new
anybody
backup.
remembers. Who else? The Slime Balls.
I think
either
they're
way,
gonna be
the
busy.
entire event's going to be freaking banger, especially with Savage and Conway. We've seen what those two can do to their competitors, and the fact that these two are going to go at it like literally two massive raging bulls in a china shop. That's going to be freaking insane.
It's gonna be insane.
I'm going
I
to be
agree.
surprised. I'm going to be surprised if the Mecca still stands after that match.
They might crumble the Mecca down.
Seriously.
Then again, I also apologize for Raymond Sanchez, who was supposed to be here tonight. He said he had some Kane Industries business to attend to, so he couldn't be here tonight.
He had to go shine Adam's shoes,
Wash Silky's coat.
steam it.
Oh, he's doing the whole Taylor. He's
He's
steaming.
doing the whole work.
he has a little like a little needle and thread, and he's sewing the
That's
little
right.
patches in there.
He's touching up Gangone's hair, and he might as well finish
Listen,
it all
Gangon
off.
has nice hair, Dank. Don't judge him.
Just a small touch.
That's what Ryan Peterson usually says to the girls.
Oh!
Oh, thank you.
Yikes!
Yeah.
In the words of the legendary Don Rickles. Anyway, gang.
All right. So what do you got? What do you got coming up, Pete? We'll start with you.
Well, September 8th, We Are Wrestling returns for its second anniversary show live in the Bronx, headlined by the first time ever match, Darius Carter versus NWA and recent GCW legend, Mr. Number One, George South, will be making a New York City appearance, facing off against Darius Carter. We also announced a huge tag team match, throwing it all the way back to our second show back in 2021. It will be Sent to Slaughter, Dan Moff and Sean Donovan against O'Shea Edwards and John Davis. That might tear the Bronx down all by itself. Incredible six-way scramble. We have the first home defense of the We Are Wrestling Grand Championship, as Grand Champion Rob Killjoy will go one-on-one against number one Ichiban.
Wow. Yeah.
The finalist of the 2023 Scenic City Invitational Tournament, the good Dr. Landon Hale will be in the building, going one-on-one against Jarrett Diaz. Chris Barton one-on-one against Vinny Pacifico. And in a big match that was just announced this past Monday, for the first time ever, two 20-year veterans collide when Ruthless Lala goes against AEW, Ring of Honor, Shimmer, NXT. She's done it all. The one and the only Mercedes Martinez.
Wow.
September 8th,
That's
live
huge.
in the Bronx, our 2-year anniversary show. Tickets are on sale now. You can find us at We Are Wrestling 1 on Instagram, wrestling_we on Twitter. The links are all there. Get your tickets now because it's going to be one hell of a show. On commentary, you can catch me at Titan Championship Wrestling doing commentary for there. Obviously, this Saturday night at Wrestling Is Now and at Invictus Pro Wrestling. Please check them out as well. Upcoming on Friday, August the 4th at the Bronx Brewery. Unfortunately, I will not be commentating that show. I am giving up my seat to Big Game Leroy. I unfortunately will be otherwise engaged watching Metallica rock out MetLife Stadium.
Wow.
So Invictus Pro Wrestling, We Outside, live at the Bronx Brewery, Friday, August 4th. We have again, you can catch me on the call for Wrestling Is Now, Titan Championship Wrestling, Invictus, Blood, Sweat, and Tears Wrestling up in Connecticut, as well as a bunch more. And then We Are Wrestling live Friday, September 8th in the Bronx. It's going to be one hell of a next month and a half. And this Saturday, before I go to Wrestling Is Now, I will be making an appearance at the pre-show with my boys from the Your Sports Show, Dre Big Baby, and Randy Lewis from Backstage Brawl, as we will be hosting the official pre-show for Battle Club Pro and Jobber Slam and Jobber Tears podcast, Jobber Slam 3, live in Brooklyn.
Wow. So make sure you guys get your tickets now. That's going to be amazing.
And Ryan will be calling the revival of Five Borough Wrestling.
Geek, did you just clone yourself or something?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I just noticed.
AI.
Yeah. I'm in two places at once right now. So
wow.
This is how we end our podcast usually. It's like, I'm the Metal Geek.
Wait a minute. What about us? We got stuff going on too.
Yeah, dude.
All right,
What the hell, man?
All right, Ryan. What do you got coming up? All right.
So besides Wrestling Is Now on Saturday, on Sunday, I'm back in Lynbrook, New York with Creative Pro Wrestling. featuring possibly, well, actually, I think it is going to be the main event. The Dime Piece Aaron Rourke taking on Effie. And from what I heard, as of right now, there's only about 15 tickets left before it's sold out again. August 4th, I'll be back on the mic with Invictus Pro Wrestling as they present We Outside from the Bronx Brewery. Fantastic card up and down. Unfortunately, like Pete said, he won't be there. But I'm jealous because he's going to Metallica.
Listen, you got to redeem yourself, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Because the last Invictus NFW show, you stood in the middle of that ring and said, "We're going to be outside."
Listen, I'm an Irish white guy. Give me a break. August the 12th, I'm actually back upstate New York with Immortal Championship Wrestling as they present This Is Immortal, their first live pay-per-view event on the Premier Streaming Network featuring Dirty Dango, Colin Delaney, Real One, a.k.a. Enzo Amore, and, WWE Hall of Famer Teddy Long. As long as he doesn't put me in a match against The Undertaker, I'm good.
Or a six-man.
Or a
tag match.
As of last night, August 20th, I'll be making an appearance at WrestleBash in Jersey. As of right now, September 17th, WrestlePro returns to Rawway, and just announced earlier tonight, making her debut is current AEW star Sky Blue.
Wow.
She was on my last show.
Yes, she was. I remember seeing that. And
in
again,
fact,
folks,
what is that? September 17th in Rawway?
Yep. And actually, the weekend before, I do apologize, I forgot the date, September 9th, in Metuchen, New Jersey, I am going to be the voice of the Wrestling Showcase on the Premier Streaming Network.
Yeah. All right, Dank, what do you got coming up?
Sweet. Tomorrow night, I have Tiffany Avatar at 8 o'clock from CPW.
Chosen Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
She will be on tomorrow. After that, I will be appearing, obviously, Saturday at Wrestling Is Now, Maximo Legacy Tag Team Tournament, which you should get your tickets now at Wrestling Is Now.
All of us will be there. All of us.
That's right. After that, August 12th is the VPW Gold Rush Rumble. I will be there filming my vlog. Followed by the following week, I will be at Chosen Pro Wrestling on August 19th to film my vlog there. And following that week,
see you there.
I will see you there. I will be at the Riverfront Rumble for VPW's Riverfront Rumble 2 in Connecticut. And it's a free family event for that show.
When is that one?
August 26th.
Okay. I'll see you at Chosen. I am the voice of Chosen Pro Wrestling. Well, one of the voices of Chosen Pro Wrestling. Myself, Alex Isetta, the head promoter for Invictus, and Alphonse Stevens, my favorite commentary partner of all time. Actually, tried to see if we could get Alphonse to Wrestling Is Now. Unfortunately, he will be out of the city this weekend, so on vacation. But hopefully bringing him into the Wrestling Is Now family. And just announced we're going to spend the next month and a half trying to convince Papa Dank to go from Long Island to the Bronx in September.
What about Geek? What about Geek?
Geek, if you want to come, you're more than welcome to come. I've been trying to get you to come one of my shows since the very beginning.
What's that date?
September 8th.
Who's September on the card?
That's a twofer because you can do September 9th VPW.
Oh, September 8th on a Friday?
Yeah.
Well, it's in actually. I
I
might be able to make it.
I've been trying to come to Rio Wrestling for such a long time now.
Yeah, Friday nights. Listen, Friday nights are.
It's long overdue.
Yeah, those are some really fun nights.
Pete, send me that date so I can try to see if I can get off that day.
I got you.
All right, cool.
And Papa Dank, for us Long Islanders, the building is easy to get to.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very right over the bridge. It's all good.
Oh, that's right. I'm doing NEW in September, but that's a different date. No, it's actually, I think they changed it to October, actually.
Oh, the one in Queens. Yeah, I did hear about that.
At the
it's New Evolution?
New Evolution.
Yeah.
They're coming back. Good for them.
They're coming back, yeah.
And
I will also be filming my vlog there.
Always good that there are more places to give Ryan Peterson a job.
I'm not doing that show. I'm not doing
that.
Listen, we are, I don't know if y'all know this.
Who was at that show last time?
We haven't yet released the commercials. but we've been furiously filming the commercials. You know, many of us spend $5 to $10 a day on lunch, just getting something outside of the store. But did you know that for $1 a day, you can contribute to helping us get Ryan Peterson a new head of hair?
This podcast became
Yikes.
the
Seriously,
Wrestling
what
is
is this
Now
coming
prediction
fucking
show
roast?
too.
This is the Ryan Peterson roast.
This poor 24-year-old kid has had to live with no hair since he was 20 years old.
Ryan Peterson roast.
24? What the hell are you talking about?
So we're trying to get you more money. You've been
The Ryan
afflicted.
Peterson roast.
You gotta knock it down. You gotta knock it up a little bit. I'm 25. Let's leave it at that.
No.
All right,
You're
all right.
afflicted.
Yikes.
All right, I'll 24 for life.
Also, I want to add that I will be Saturday with my heavyweight YouTube 23-6 championship, the most coveted title on all of YouTube, just so you know. So everybody just
God.
try
Better
not
watch out
to
for
come near me.
tantalizing Tony.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm always medically cleared. So let's put it out there.
Let's book it. Tantalizing Tony versus Papa Dank.
That's
One-on-one,
right. Winner
no
take
lead.
all, undisputed.
There can only be one king of YouTube.
Yeah, just you guys keep PJ focused on Joey because he said he wants a shot at like the championship. So keep him focused.
Well, that's why we're gonna have you guys opening the show and let them go towards the end so they can focus on their match. You guys are hot starting the show.
Right, there you go.
Serena's like, when did this become the Ryan Peterson roast?
All right.
That's
Every
fine.
time me and Ryan are together, it's the Ryan Peterson roast hour.
Yeah, but it's funny because I've known this guy for a long time.
Yeah, you know, the day I stop roasting Ryan Peterson is the day Troy Thompson comes back into the wrestling business.
And sadly enough, I miss those shows.
Oh, so do I. So do
It's
I.
usually the John roast on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
PJ will break you in half.
Whoa,
Take that title
Serena.
from you.
Keep PJ
That's
away
your
from me.
co-host. That's your co-host right there.
He's my
Dan.
co-host, but don't stay away from me that night.
You would hope if there's gold on the line, he's gonna remember
He's
that
a big
one.
fan of the title. I mean, it is a unique title.
Hey, listen, and I want to give a big shout out to John Blaine. You know, unfortunately, he has to be friends with Ryan Peterson, but
Oh,
I do want to give a big shout out to John Blaine. He says it's usually the John roast on Tuesdays. Well, John, whatever you're roasting on Tuesdays, keep doing it because the amount of weight loss that John Blaine has achieved, you know, is absolutely incredible. This kid is really reinventing himself. So proud of him, keeping it up. So whatever you're roasting on Tuesdays, keep roasting it because it's working, John Blaine. We see you out here. Congratulations, buddy.
I think he's down. I think the last time he was down, I think a little over 50 pounds since the beginning of the year.
Yeah. I think he said he was fitting into a schmedium.
Yeah, into a medium.
He's fitting into a schmedium, which is really awesome.
And he will be there on Saturday, and apparently he already gave me the heads up. He's going to be wearing a medium polo shirt. His first time in a medium in a long time. So
I'm just letting you know, John Blaine, be ready because if this keeps up next summer, I am entering you into your first wet t-shirt contest. We tried that with Ryan Peterson. The building won't let us back in. Building won't let us back in.
Oh, man.
we closed the building, unfortunately.
Right.
Which building was this?
Somewhere in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's the old Elks Lodge on Avenue N.
Oh God.
You got the new Elks
They won't
Lodge
let us
now.
back.
Not only did the ring almost break, but apparently I broke some of the lights with my wet t-shirt contest.
Yeah.
And Geek will be on Savage Pro Wrestling with Geek's Pick of the Week, where I predict who's going to win each match every single week. So there you go. That's where you can find me.
Sweet.
At
There you go.
Savage Pro Wrestling. All right. So I want to thank you guys so much for coming and taking the time out of your day. You know, we end our show with putting the horns up. So if everyone could put their horns up. And we'll see you guys in the next one.